see. Goodbye, so long, nice try. I'm gone. You don't like being second.
You know, makes me upset. So, okay, he got screwed royally first time around. The second time is there's more gray than black and white in this one, and you know, honestly, I can't believe the outcome, and I won't spoil the outcome, but actually, yeah, just so I can give my opinion. Basically, after 6 months in prison waiting for the trial and several weeks of trial going on, he was found guilty. Same with his nephew. Now, the evidence that you see in cases today of, okay, this man murdered, let's say, another man in this room, there's blood splatter, there's DNA, they find stuff. And then even if they don't find stuff, it's been cleaned, it's been bleached, it's been torn apart, and you know, so no evidence is there. Well, they got into this, they spent 8 days searching in this guy's house, on his property. Now, what they did find was the missing woman's car, a key to the car in his bedroom, and a bullet on the car, not on the car, in the garage where they say he shot her. And they found very small blood splatter in the car. Now, not splatter, more like drip, like blood dripping. And honestly, in my mind, it just looked like it was been painted on. But you know, I'm really upset. Like, I was angry at this point. You know, I was really angry. And basically, what ended up happening is, the bullet that they found that supposedly had her DNA on it, the crime lab lady contaminated the bullet, and then she cleaned the bullet, making it impossible to run another test on the bullet. And basically they could not say it was the murdered woman's blood. They said it matched her profile, but they couldn't say it was her because of what the lab lady did to it. Now, what does that mean? You know, in my mind, that means she's hiding something, you know, and you should not be able to tell a jury it matches. I'm sorry, you fucked up the lab. No, you learned this in fucking high school. You fuck up the lab, you need to redo it again. And if you can't redo it again, your results are bullshit. I'm sorry, the science community is about repeating the process. How could you fuck that up? So, okay, so that evidence, you know, I was like, bullshit, you know, throw it out the window. They had a confession from his nephew saying that the nephew was there when all of this happened. And they ended up throwing that out the window because he was coerced. And I don't give a fuck who you are, he was coerced. Okay? It's fucking bullshit what those cops did. Okay? They destroyed 2 human beings' lives. No, they destroyed an entire family because they didn't want to be wrong. Okay? This is fucking ridiculous. Okay? But, so the supposed confession, after the fucking jury heard it, they dismissed it. How do you do that? You know, you can't have the jury hear a supposed confession and then take it away. It's bullshit. So, after that, the next piece of evidence, the key. Now, in this investigation, because of the prior stuff that happened in 1985, I think, the police department that was in the area was not supposed to be allowed to help with the investigation. So basically, this is the wrong turn. Shit. Wrong one. So they weren't supposed to be allowed in the residence to search. Well, after 3 days of not finding anything in the residence, an officer from the county that was not supposed to be helping search found the key in his bedroom. Okay? Now, so you guys understand this, his trailer home is on a salvage yard that he owns and runs. Okay? And the car was found in a salvage yard that is full of cars and ways to get into the salvage yard. I mean, there's any number of ways to get into the salvage yard. So for them to say someone could not put that car there is bullshit. That's all there is to it. But yeah, the key. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I'm getting worked up. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Now, the key that was found by an officer that was not supposed to be searching those buildings. That's all there is to that. So as far as I'm concerned, the key is dismissed, which is the worst part because the state who was prosecuting told the jury ignore the key when that was a large piece of evidence in the beginning. I'm sorry, no. No. Okay, now moving on to his blood splatter in the car, which is where a lot of people are going to say, okay, this I have seen a lot of documentaries and a lot of shows, and when there's typically blood in the car, there's not a little bit of it. There's a lot of it, okay? And, you know, it doesn't look like it was fucking taken with a swab and put on the car. It looks like it dripped. The patterns were inconsistent. And so, basically, the blood splatter, they had a vial of his blood from the previous case with him, the rape, that he did not commit and was proven innocent after spending 18 years in prison, by the way. They had a blood, which they, from my understanding, they put EDTA in blood taken to keep it from basically going bad and coagulating and so forth. And so the cops, now this is the prosecution, the cops who are trying to nail this guy for a murder. And they gave it to the FBI. And this proves how far this goes. And the FBI said, okay, well, we haven't done tests to prove EDTA is in blood in 40 years because, you know, people don't really report that cops are fucking framing people. Well, they somehow come up with a test out of fucking nowhere and say, oh, it doesn't have EDTA in it. But it was bullshit. And you could just tell that the FBI was just basically helping the county cover their asses. So, you know, that brings me to the next stop. Next point. Basically, they had a lot of circumstantial evidence, and what little... I think the biggest thing that was a clutch for me is they could not find her DNA anywhere on the property. Nowhere. Supposedly in the areas that he killed her, in the area that he shot her in the head, which supposedly he cut her throat, strangled her, raped her, and dragged her body into the garage from his bedroom, and shot her 11 times in the head. Or not all in the head, but shot her 11 times in his garage. Now, his garage looks like a fucking hoarder's garage. It's an auto salvage yard. There is shit everywhere. Okay? Now, this is a family that hunts. There were casings everywhere. Bullets probably everywhere. Now, you know what? They found Mr. Stevens' DNA, probably his family's DNA, everywhere. Did not find her DNA anywhere, and the place had clearly not been cleaned, had not been bleached. No attempt to clean that fucking garage had happened recently, wherever probably. Okay? And they say that this is where he committed this heinous act. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? It's bullshit. Bullshit. And of course, the last evidence was that they found her remains on his property. Now you're thinking, hey, Austin, hold up. They found her remains on his property? Oh, he fucking did it right then and there. Well, no. They found her burned remains on the property. Bone fragments. And yeah, no, normally I heard that evidence originally, I was like, okay, now that's pretty serious. Now, they found it in a burn pit behind his yard and some burn barrels behind his family's house, and that is pretty incriminating. But then you find out they found her pelvic bones in a quarry off of their property, burned as well. Now, you're telling me in the time that he killed her, burned her and tried and scooped all her body and put some of it in the quarry, some of it in the barrel, and some of it... Are you fucking kidding me? You don't burn a goddamn body and spread the pieces in 3 different fucking areas. Okay? You burn a body and then you dig a fucking hole and you bury the fucking remains. Okay? Common fucking sense. And this guy was smart enough to know fucking sense. He also spent 18 years in goddamn prison where I'm sure he heard shit all the time on how to get rid of bodies. Okay? It doesn't add up. And the worst part is that you found bones off the property. And they could not provide evidence that the bones had not been moved. Okay? Matter of fact, it pointed towards the fact that all the bones had been moved. So the original culprit, a man who is out there still to this day, who killed this woman and burned her body and knew enough to say, well, if I put the shit on this guy's property, the cops are going to take it from there. And you want to know why the cops are going to take it from there? Because the county owed him $35 million fucking dollars for the 18 years and the fucking bullshit trial that he got. Money. Money is controlling and destroying this world as we know it. Okay? And you can watch the documentary yourself and make decision for yourself, but they have put 2 innocent men behind bars. And our government can't pull their heads out of their asses long enough to say, this county fucked up, this county is going to go bankrupt because they fucked up. Had he never tried to sue them for what they did in the first place, he never sued them, he would not be in jail right now. It's because he sued them, because the county was not going to be able to pay for him, because the insurance company said, you know what, you are liable for this shit. Okay? It's bullshit on so many levels. So just so you guys know where I stand, Stephen Avery and his nephew are innocent, beyond a doubt. Okay? They found him guilty for like first-degree murder, and burning a body, something like that, something stupid. It was all stupid, but yeah, you know, I'm very upset over this. I watched the documentary, and I really hope he gets a retrial. And you know, it makes me angry. So this is definitely gonna be a 2-parter. I hope you guys enjoyed my opinion on the bullshit of our government justice system specifically. So, alright guys, I think I'm gonna call this vlog. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you later. Peace out.